Good evening, race fans. Welcome to CRN's live coverage of the 191 MotorSports Gen 6 Series as we are here at the Monster Mile. We're here at Dover. Concrete. Just choose tires. It doesn't matter how much this track is banked. It is a very tough one to keep those tires underneath you, and especially when you're coming out of turn number 4. Turn 2 can be a little bit rough, but turn 4 is definitely the rough spot, and it's really where all the action is. I know my co-commentator here, Jimmy, has been to the track here and seen some races, but if I had to pick one spot, kind of that lawn chair spot to be at, it'd be over in turn 4, because one, you get really tight depending on how you're going through the exit of turn number 4 and can get up there to the outside wall. The restarts here can be very difficult with that banking, that transition, getting back on the gas. And pit road, arguably one of the toughest pit roads to get into, in my opinion, and all of NASCAR tracks here. It is very, very difficult to get into here. So we'll see if we get some green flag pit stops and really see what these drivers can do out here. But either way, we got 125 laps and hopefully see a lot of green flag running here tonight. Carl Hammer joined in the booth by Jimmy Covert. Jimmy, back here at the Monster Mile with, as you like to call them, Monster the Miles.
Monster the Miles, yes. They've been out here for a long time, 125 miles a night. But Carl, in your reference to where would you sit if you came to this track, it doesn't matter. No matter the seat that you have in this place, every seat is a good seat. You can see pretty much anything all over the track unless you want to be just a little bit closer to maybe some of that exit action. But yeah, there is not a bad seat at this track at all, and definitely a favorite. I would go there anytime, just to watch races in general, just because it is one of those tracks where you can sit anywhere and see everything. So, but yeah, looking forward to tonight. Got a few drivers out there right now working their way around the track here to get some qualifying in. We'll see if everybody can get a qualifying lap in, because sometimes when you push the car a little bit too much here, you find yourself losing it. High banking, concrete, yeah, it's a tire track. So you can save them tires and see what the drivers can do later on in their runs.
So last week out, we seen our points leader get his first win of the season. Michael Casey definitely had the elbows out, got himself his first win to extend that points lead a little bit, as he's now got a 24-point lead over Levi Poland, Bradley Worley, Justin Spengler, and Daniel Pinkston for your top 5. Unfortunately, Daniel not out there on the track, just out there enjoying the CRN broadcast here tonight with no internet. So hopefully we'll make it nice and entertaining for you as you guys do out there on the track. But it was good to see Casey finally crack through and get that first win, but I'm sure there's a lot of drivers that are kind of maybe now worried about that 6, because they know he can go on a bit of a run, and looked obviously very well going to his championship last season in season 3. But season 4 has definitely been a little bit different. He's been doing it with the consistency in the beginning of the season, enough to get him into the points lead, finally cracking through at Kentucky last week. But now we head to the Dover Motor Speedway, and we'll see who's got the hot shoe tonight. Looks like already the 6 looking to try and defend and go back-to-back here and get back-to-back wins in the start of November. And I mean, there's a lot of racing left to go here, Jimmy, but you really kind of want to put a solid effort in the beginning of the season in these tracks that are, I don't want to say the easier part of the schedule, but I mean, when you get to the mid part of the schedule, you get the tracks like Talladega, Bristol, you got a North Wilkesboro, looming, and even Pocono can be very difficult as well. Homestead, not the easiest, and then you got the Iowa, Talladega, Vegas finish. Certainly Vegas the easiest one out of the 3 of them, but you're hitting Talladega twice. You want to try and build that points lead as much as you can.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to the end of the day, it's go fast, turn left, boys. Each track has its difficulties, and hopefully the quirks of each one, whether it's concrete, high banking, a weird pit entry, flat track, whatever you want to call it. You definitely, I don't know if there's really a bad race out there, Carl. I know some that are maybe more difficult for others. Some for others, and then some people love them super speedways because that's their opportunity to get in there. Like the pool is a lot more people. I think more of the field has the opportunity to win on that one, only because of how close the racing is throughout the whole thing. But looks like we are done with qualifying. And we do have our order. So we will have 18 drivers out there. Actually, I think it's 17. Let's see, empty.
I know Daniel Pinkston isn't there as registered, but obviously he said he's not going to be here tonight. So either way, we'll give you a rundown of tonight's starting order for this 125 lap race here at Dover.
Yeah, here's the race for tonight. There's going to be Michael Casey and Billy Rickett up front in the pole for number 6 and 7. Then you have Travis Noble and Levi Poland back there in row number 2. Row number 3, Douglas Ivy with Jason Crispin. Then row number 4 is Zane Bierman with Paul Helms. Row number 5, Dale Garner Jr. with Scott Matthews. Bradley Worley and Justin Spengler make up row number 6. Row number 7, Nolan Potter with the ghost car of Daniel Pinkston. Matthew Jordan and Scott Henderson will be in there in row number 8. And then Greg Thielsen actually up in the booth. And then Chris Toppings back there. So a few drivers with no times in, and so that's why they're mixed up a little bit. So could be just pushing them cars a little bit too hard during qualifying. We're gonna start in the rear, so get a second chance. They'll have to use their mulligan early. So no fast repair penalty on maybe qualifying too hard. But good luck to all the drivers out there. Let's see how they can handle these 125 laps.
We've had 5 races so far, 5 different winners. So we'll see if we go 6 for 6 here tonight. We've certainly seen a lot of speed and a lot of skill from that 7 Billy Rickett. Last week out, I'm sure a lot of the younger generation out there enjoyed it, and again enjoyed here on the front row again, as it was the 6 of Michael Casey out front, the 7 of Billy Rickett in second. So it was a lot of 6-7 last week. Already 6-7 on the front row here tonight. I'm just throwing it out there, Jimmy.
Broadcast.
I'm just saying. But I mean, realistically, they've been 2 of the fastest drivers here for the season. Levi Poland out there as well, another one. Both Casey and Poland have a win already this season. Billy Rickett does not. So we'll see if the 7 can finally break through and become our 6th different winner here in the season. Jason Crispin had a lot of speed last week as well. Unfortunately, getting in a little mix-up with Michael Casey and took him out of the running. He had to really try and fight back from a couple laps down, but he's starting up there in 6th place. We'll see if he can have maybe a bit of a bounce-back race here. Zane Bierman, a good qualifying effort there in 7th as well. We'll see who's got it. If we got a repeat winner, or if we got winner number 6 here on the season. Michael Casey certainly looking to go back-to-back here tonight. Shout out to all of the supporters out there in CRN Nation, and certainly all the Foster Yates supporters, family, friends, and as discussed with the race admins here for the rest of the season, we are going to do a moment of silence from laps 7 through 9. But here tonight, this is the Yates 125 here, and it's green. We are racing here at Dover.
A bit of a slow launch on the outside from 4th place, but 2nd place getting the run on that high side, being able to take the lead here early on. That was interesting, Carl.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was happening in the 4th, 6th position, whatever was going on there, but it was definitely lagging back here a little bit. But the 7 of Billy Rickett was not lagging back, unfortunately, because he has got a black flag on this start. He beat the 6 to the line. Looks like we may be, Billy Rickett is going to get that black flag cleared. So really interesting. Not sure what exactly was going on this one. Looks like Chris Toppings is going to bring out the yellow on this. And horrible entry into the corner there from the 12. Slides up the track, and big impact there from good looking paint scheme there on Wade in here at the IKEA number 21. But got to get a meatball from that. I don't know how the 12 didn't get a meatball. Looks like the 12 has got a heck of a lot more damage on that Peak Menards at number 12. But Wade Enyart is going to have a meatball on this one, and going to bring us our first caution. Like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing that restart one more time to see what exactly happened. But as I seen, the 7 of Billy Rickett did get a penalty to start out here, but it looks like he's going to get that waived. He's going to have the lead here over Mike Casey.
Yeah, and that is, obviously the perks of having a race control. They're able to, see what happened up there and make that decision whether they're cleared or not. So I just think the inside was sleeping just a little bit, and obviously after that, the green flag start is when they can go. So I don't know, quite sure why iRacing was so behind, but I didn't think it was that bad of a start for those two. You know, Billy Ricky just getting a heck of a jump there on the outside, but behind Billy, there's like, I don't know what they were doing. It just seemed like it was like he had like a 3 or 4 car gap by the time he entered turn number 1 from on the outside.
Yeah, I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like it was the country time number 91 there of Levi Polk was the one who was kind of lagging back there, and kind of surprising in that fact there. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. And this is a track where it can get really interesting if you're the control car, because sometimes, you know, the drivers don't necessarily like to take that inside line, and this is a place where we've seen it kind of about 50-50 on wanting to take the outside line for the restart. But again, this is where I keep my eyes a lot of time here at Dover is in that turn 4, especially on these restarts. It was a pretty good start there. Didn't look like anybody had any kind of issues other than a little bit of a slow start. But I didn't see any kind of tire spins. I didn't see anybody getting, you know, wicked loose or snapping and going up to the outside wall. It seemed like everybody got off pretty cleanly. Hopefully they can keep that for the rest of the race here. We will most likely have our comp caution as we do right around lap 25. But we're going to get this thing restarted here on lap number 4 as our completion lap number 4 as Billy Rickett, Mike Casey on the front row, Travis Noble, Douglas Ivey on row number 2, Zane Bierman, Levi Poland, Jason Chrisman, Dale Garner Jr., Bradley Worley, and Paul Helms for your top 10. Rickett will control them back to the restart, and hopefully we get both rows going this time.
Yeah, like I said, I was just kind of surprised how far the top was lagging behind. I didn't quite expect that much. Like I said, it was like a 4 car gap on the outside by the time you hit turn 1.
Well, heading back to the restart zone here. We'll keep an eye from the flag stand here with Barney dropping that green flag here as the 7 drops the hammer. We're back to racing here at Dover.
Get back in here. A lot better start from that outside row this time by, and you see how close they are coming off through turns 1 and 2. A couple people slapping that wall just a little bit, but might want to be careful with these Gen 6 cars as the Italian goes, but looks like the 91's going for a ride.
Looked like he was sideways entering. Not sure if he got help entering, but then he did get help after he was sideways. Seeing, I think it was a 33, I believe, on the backstretch. Douglas Ivey really smacking that outside wall. Ooh. Oh my Lord, that was the worst netcode I've ever. I mean, I know we've said that a lot of times, but Jimmy, oh my, this was bad.
I mean, we're watching here to go underneath the overpass, and as soon as they come clear, it just shoots them out.
I didn't realize they were 3 wide, Jimmy, because clearly Netco was driving in the middle right there, and the 91 gets a big shot there. Spins him around, tried to save it, but unfortunately couldn't. You see the 31 there locking it up. Oof. As Dale Gordon Jr. was trying to lock it up to keep it off him. Then the 72 comes in there. Both the, looks like Paul Helms and Dale Gardner Jr. are going to come away with meatballs on this one. Didn't see where the 64 got involved.
Yeah,
but both of them will have a meatball. Yeah,
after they passed. So right here's where they got, there's the incident. The 64 is coming up on the incident now.
Okay, yep. There's the, yep.
Right there, Paul Helms. And yeah, just when he avoided the incident, he come down and hit the 28.
Right there with Spangler.
Yeah, but just
again,
really
that
getting
was,
together. That's a meatball.
Jimmy, it's Sunday nights. It's Sunday nights. It's meatball Sundays. We keep forgetting about that, but we'll get you back live here. And as I mentioned here, we are going to do a moment of silence. Now we're a little bit late to it here, but we'll go ahead and do a moment of silence here as we will for the rest of the season for Foster Yates from laps 7 through 9. Moment of silence there for the 79 of Foster Yates, unfortunately no longer with us. And shout out to all his friends and family. And our condolences, as always. And hopefully, that was close there. I was kind of losing my train of thought watching the other 7 bounce off the inside wall there. But we're back racing here at Dover, and you see Mike Casey back out to the lead over Billy Rickett. Jason Chrisman already up into 3rd place now with the 98. You see right there Scott Matthews in the 7 on track, the 13 on your time and scoring. Looks like he's got a meatball from smacking the wall there. So already our, I believe, 5th meatball of the night. And I mean, we're only on lap number 11 right now. So they are coming in hot and heavy as usual. Right now, Casey has got a 0.3 of a second lead. Closest battle on the track, you see it right here. Battle for 3rd as Travis Noble has gotten around Jason Chrisman. Few takers in the pit row, but mainly the ones that were involved in incidents, and we're going to have 3 more involved in an incident here. Big wreck on the front stretch, and not over just yet. Hard impact there. Paul Helms didn't see, I don't think, the 98 until the last second, and we're going to have 3 more meatballs, 4, 5. Almost half the track is covered in meatballs.
Yeah, it's a tough one here right now. We're gonna see what happened here. It was coming off the corner, and the 98 just coming up, but the Bierman kind of getting off that wall. Yeah, bouncing down, and this is where it begins. You see
right
the
behind him, the 99 is loose as well.
Yeah, I don't wonder if he was loose or just trying to lock it up. But here we go. This should be sitting here with is it the 64 of Paul Helms?
I think the 98 gets tagged here. And then spins him sideways. You see Paul Helms is kind of blocked out here. All of a sudden the 12 right at the last second turns away, and big impact right there. And that is extremely heavy. And this is where a situation like that, I mean, there's not much Paul Helms could have done at the last second right there, but when the yellow comes out, I mean, you really need to slow down. You really need to be able to basically stop on a dime and be ready to make a last second move. So something like this doesn't happen to you, and subsequently to the 98 as well, because now both of them walk away with a meatball on this one. I think the 98 would have already had one, but Paul Helms, had he been a little bit slower coming up to the incident there, may have been able to avoid this situation. But either way, again, a lot of meatballs here on this one. And I mean, Jimmy, they only got 2 fast repairs. I feel like at least a few. I've already used 2 after this.
You know, with the ghost net code, excuse me. The ghost net code, and you know, the incidents like that, Carl. And you know, we talk about slowing up when the caution comes out. This track is so fast, and you get in that groove at the high banking, and really holds you in there. And you know, you come around the corner, and boom, it's in your face. I mean, yeah, you're right. Where, you know, once that caution flag comes out, you need to kind of let up, and obviously you're checking your 6 as soon as the light flashes, so you can see how hard you can get on the brakes. You know, you're trying to make that maneuver to miss whatever's coming up, and the majority of the time the track seems to clear itself, but this time it was in the middle of a straightaway, so not quite cleared. And you know, that 64 come up and really tagged the 98 there and set him for a ride. But so a few meatballs still in the pits. So Helms, Bierman, Chrisman's all in the pits right now. Still got that meatball. So something tells me that they weren't able to make it back, so they had to tow and maybe not use their fast repair. So I don't know.
I mean, this is our 3rd caution now, and I know Daniel's out there asking what's happening. Turn 4 at Dover is happening, and you know, that's why I mentioned it in the beginning. It's a very, very difficult corner to get off of, whether it's cold tires, whether it's new tires, whether it's worn out tires. It doesn't matter. Turn 4 is extremely tough. You could be right in the middle of a run and your tires are perfectly heated up, you get the most traction. If you take the exit incorrectly, it'll let you know, and it's going to let you know at a time where you're not going to be able to save it. I mean, as wide as this track is, you can see you can technically fit 4 wide if you want to, and you can do that on the front stretch as well. But as soon as that thing lets loose, it feels like you're in a cattle chute. There's no way you're going to have enough room to save it as your car's sliding sideways, most likely either up into the outside wall or already drifting down to the inside wall, about to take some heavy damage. But we're about to go back to green flag racing here. Michael Casey leads him back off. Still got Billy Rickett up there in second place, Travis Noble, Douglas Ivey, and Bradley Worley for your top 5.
Yeah, did good start here. Another pretty decent start, getting into the first corner at least, as they make their way around. And Ron on board here with Dale Garner Jr. 28 on his outside there, as you'll see coming into the screen now. As Garner Jr. is down there, just kind of letting things happen, just maybe trying to survive. Obviously, with things as exciting as they've been so quickly, we're only on lap 18, and like you said, I already have 3 cautions here tonight, and I mean, it's that fast. How things can happen, but right now, I think a couple more people being a little more cautious, wanting to make sure they can finish this thing.
Yeah, and meanwhile, some drivers may be going the opposite way, thinking that, okay, there's going to be a caution fest here tonight. I need to make those positions up as quick as possible. I mean, we've seen now a change for the lead as Ricketts seemed got a little loose there coming out of 4, but going to make the pass. But now Mike Casey goes for the crossover here and a 1 and 2. Rickett going to run the high line, and Casey's going to get the position right back here as Rickett's going to fall in line. The 70, meanwhile, is right there as well. Travis Noble trying to move his way up there. Rickett to the bottom here in 3 and 4. They're going to go sideways down the front stretch. Casey's going to hold on for the time being. Now we'll see if Rickett can make the move here on the inside, but it seems like Casey's able to maybe have a little bit more speed, putting that car wherever he wants. Rickett kind of needs to have his line, at least to this point in the race. So we'll see how that transpires through the rest of the race. But still have quite a few drivers that have yet to come into the pits. Most of them that did were coming in to service their car in one shape or another. But plenty of fuel and tires still left in pit lane. We'll see when these drivers will need to come in. And you look at some of the drivers that just came in here on lap number 14, like Nolan Potter, Scott Matthews. I know they were involved in the incident here, as well as a few others. But they have 14 more laps of fuel. If this thing were now to stretch out into a green flag run, these drivers up here, it looks like I think 6 drivers have yet to come into the pits. They're going to have to come down first. And coming down into pit road here, as I mentioned, just like turn 4, it is a bear coming into pit road.
Yeah, Paul Helms out in the audience right now. As he said, iRacing did not register the fast repair. And it's kind of a funny thing. We've had that happen. I got kicked out of the car, got a meatball. This is during an endurance event, by the way. Yeah, so another guy got in the car. There was a meatball. He went around the track. He came back in, sat there, and wouldn't even start working on the car. So we ended up going back out, and we just ended up DQing. But it kind of stunk that iRacing we didn't have a fast repair, but it didn't even. There was a meatball there. There was just nothing to be worked on. So
would have
fixed it. Well, needless to say, it was a donation to Majors, but looks like I think, what lap are we on?
There's a comp caution right here.
Yeah, we are on the comp caution. Yeah, I'm looking at the laps up here.
Yeah, man, I keep forgetting, as you just mentioned, all these drivers that haven't come into the pits. Doesn't matter. I even mentioned it earlier in the race. Still forgot it. Comp caution here tonight is going to bring everything back to normal, quote unquote. We'll see if anybody decides to stay out. Certainly, again, some of the drivers that pit on lap number 14, I think a few of them did take tires as well at that time. So maybe they decide to stay out here, get some track position, and get away from some of the chaos that is Dover. But it's Dover. There's pretty much chaos everywhere you look. Good luck out there. And more often than not, there's, we talked about a lot of tracks where you really go at it and you can put the car wherever you want, and there's multiple grooves and yada yada. Tonight, you're racing the track more than you are the other drivers, and it's very tough out there. Not sure what happened here in the 72. Almost seems like he's out of fuel. getting some help here, a little bump traffic by the 31.
Like, I'm just twisted out there. He's like, I heard the broadcasters have ice cream. Sounds like a plan, man. If I go to my freezer, I bet there's something in there.
You had a good time. Be a long, love to hear it. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Well, either way, this is our comp caution, and we'll see who is going to make it out here first. Looks like we did have a few drivers elect to stay out, at least for the first time by pit road. We got Scott Matthews currently showed as your leader, Wade Enyart, Matthew Jordan for your top 3. Michael Casey going to win the battle off of pit road. Billy Rickett going to come out in second. Travis Noble, Levi Poland, Bradley Worley, Nolan Potter, and looks like Justin Spengler are going to come out as your top 10. We'll see if any of these drivers up here in the top 3 decide to come in this time. Maybe just want to stay out there to get a lap lead. But I have a feeling we're going to see at least one of them, maybe all 3 of them, stay out here for this restart.
I mean, it's a possibility. See how old they're. The one they pit last.
We got 2 of them in there. Wade Enyart and Matthew Jordan do come into the pits to make a pit stop, and unfortunately, it's going to give them both a black flag. And we talked about this before, Jimmy. I get the want to stay out there and try and lead a lap, but if you do, you're stuck out there. Unless it's a track, there's some tracks that have extra pace laps, and they'll give you a second chance to come into the pits. Well, here at Dover, that was it. When they came by that first time, it was 2 to green. Once it's 2 to green, if you didn't come into the pits before that, you cannot come in. The pit road is closed for you. If you came in already, you're allowed to come in again. But for these 2 drivers now, for Matthew Jordan and Wade Enyart, they've got a black flag that they're going to have to serve once they come back out here. It's going to be I believe it's a drive-through penalty. But Scott Matthews didn't bite. He stayed out here, and he is going to be your control car for this restart. We'll see what he can do. He's got Mike Casey on the outside of him, Billy Rickett behind him, and then you got Travis Noble and Levi Poland making up that top 5.
Yeah, just gotta be careful. Obviously, he's gonna be on 10 or 12 lap older tires. Have a good chunk of those under caution. Obviously, tires get to cool down a little bit, but yeah, he's gonna get a chance to start this thing off. Drivers around just need to be careful. Make sure that he has the grip in order to go. But we're gonna see the number 7/13 start this thing.
Back to the restart zone, and we are racing again here. Again, Levi Poland, a really, really slow start on the inside this time, so not sure what's going on with the 91 of these restarts. The 13/7 of Scott Matthews gets away, but already passed by the 6 of Michael Casey, and now getting passed by the 70 of Travis Noble. I'm sure the 7 of Billy Rickett's going to look to try and get around as well as quick as possible. Coming out of turn number 4, looks like everybody holding serve here as Billy Rickett will now move into 3rd place, and you see Bradley Worley coming up there behind the 91. Finally getting up to speed here as Levi Poland now is going to make the move to the inside, and he'll look to take over 4th place here from Scott Matthews. Side-by-side battle behind with the 96 and 88. Got real close coming off the corner there, and good save by both of them as we will stay green. That was a little bit close for sure.
Yeah, bouncing around just a little bit back and forth. As like I said, this is they're going around here at a pretty good clip. We'll go ahead and just show you their quick dashboard up here.
Bad goal there from the 88, sorry. It was wicked sideways and a good save there from Worley.
Yeah, well, you guys can't see it because the advertisements, but yeah, they're up to about 160, 170, almost 180 miles an hour down the straightaways, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, I know this track is only 1 mile. I know it's concrete, but this thing is fast. The banking here, you can really set the car in there. And if you're running the top line, like you see the 7 right here, for the most part, you can kind of just about hold it wide open. I mean, you may have to let it, burp it a little bit, but we got a new leader out front. Travis Noble in the 70 has gotten around Mike Casey, as now you see Billy Rickett once again to the back of the 6, trying to make a move here. But the 70 of Noble out front. A lot of the drivers out there with some new tires, getting them warmed up. They should be good to go right now to go after it. But again, just be cautious coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, and I'm sure these drivers obviously know that they have quick cars here tonight and they need to survive to get to the end. So we're only on lap 34 of 125. Travis Noble is out front over Mike Casey, Billy Rickett. Levi Poland finds himself in fourth. Nolan Porter is in fifth as your actually Nolan Porter. He is also the biggest winner of the race so far.
Yeah, up 8 spots after starting back there in 13th. So good job so far for the 99. I know he's involved in at least one of the incidents. I feel like half the field, if not more, has been involved in at least one incident, and I'm sure a few have been involved in a couple. So, I mean, Bigston, if you're still out there, you're still watching, and you get your internet back, I mean, with the way meatballs are flying out here, you could join in this race, 40, 50 laps in, and maybe still pick up a position or two as 99 gets sideways, smacks the inside wall. We'll see if that results in another meatball here tonight.
Well, Dale Garner Jr.'s got a meatball, though.
Yep, he's going to have to come in and serve that one. Looks like the 99 is going to get away with it on this one. But I've seen a couple times now that 99 getting loose out of the corner and finally end up biting it on the inside wall. But Travis Noble leads the way by about a half a second. Billy Rickett and Levi Poland have gotten around at the 6 of Mike Casey. So Casey now back there in fourth. Bradley Worley for your top 5. Scott Matthews restarted here in the first position. He's slid back, but only back to 6th, so not a bad restart here for the 13. Nolan Potter, Scott Henderson, Justin Spengler, and Matthew Jordan now for your top 10.
Yeah, Scott kind of running more of a bottom line. He got a little loose coming out of that last corner there. I think it was turn number 2, I believe. But still doing a pretty decent job. Obviously on them older tires in on lap 14, so he will have to pit beforehand. But I'm not sure on the lap count here tonight, Carl. I didn't get a chance to get out there and get any laps in, but right now we do have 11 cars on the lead lap. Douglas Ivy is in the lucky dog position if a caution were to fly, and then you have Bierman, Inyart, Garner, Crispin, and then Helms finally able to get his car back out on track.
Every time we take a look at turn number 4, I see at least one, if not 2 or 3 cars at the back end stepping out there a little bit, but they're doing a good job controlling the slide as much as possible. As we probably have the best view of it here, you see the drivers out front really trying to stay towards the bottom. It's those ones that are up at the top. You see right there, just a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a bobble, big move there at the back end there. It's if you stay kind of to the middle or the bottom of the track coming out of turn number 4, it's not as bad. It's certainly a little bit easier of a transition. It's when you get up to that top line that if you're not ready for it, it can really snap on you, and you have to be ready to catch it as quick as possible. But it's a corner where, if you go into 3 in the high line, or even if you go low, but if you drift up, you really need to be like Darlington. You need to kind of be pointing it down like you do at Darlington coming out of turn number 2, pointing it down the track to get a really good drive and the least amount of sideways sliding as possible. Impact there, a couple cars sideways, but yeah, this I could sit here and watch it the rest of the race. It's good stuff.
It makes you hold your breath. You see them come out, and the car is halfway apart, at least sideways. They're on in it just a little bit too much, and then they come up and you see the smoke and the scrapes and stuff. But yeah, it's a tough track there, Carl. Go ahead and we'll hop in the cockpit of some of these drivers right now. Just kind of see what they're seeing right now. We'll go on board here with Bradley Worley, but the battle is up front, so we'll go ahead and move up to Levi Poland as we got a 4-car battle up here right at the moment. You see just the different lines.
It almost sounds like Levi Poland just kind of being really cautious, not sure if it's fuel saving or tire saving or maybe a little bit of both, just kind of keeping these guys at bay out in front of him, not trying to overdrive the car too much. But you see that 7 of Rickett is all over the backside of Noble trying to get to the lead. We got a yellow flag out here on the Speedway. Looks like Scott Henderson and looks like Zane Bierman going to be involved in this one as well. Right there, that's actually what started. Zane Bierman getting into the side of Scott Henderson. And, I mean, again, if that's all Bierman took and he got a meatball flag from that, that is kind of crazy. But it's going to bring us under another caution. This will certainly be a nice little help to Scott Matthews. Should be able to get back into the swing of things with everybody else when it comes to the fuel strategy. We'll see if anybody decides to come in. I mean, it's been 20 laps. I think we probably see everybody in here, and sure enough, that's what it looks like is going to happen.
Yeah, they're going to come down, and that's going to help Douglas Ivy out as well, get him back up on the lead lap. So as he wasn't involved in that one at all. But yeah, caution flies here at lap 47. So still have a good chunk of laps here. Carl still got 78. Yeah, 78 laps or so. Still remaining here at Dover. So definitely plenty of time to get up there, race, and try to survive. You might be just lucky, just you know, if you can keep that car clean, you might find yourself in a good top 10, just not getting involved in anything here tonight.
So I mean, SDK does a lot for us here that we don't have to think about. We don't have to try and figure out. There's certainly some things that we complain about. But one thing that I want from SDK, mainly for Sunday nights, I want a meatball counter. Because, I mean, again, another caution here. It didn't look like Bierman took hardly any kind of damage. Yeah, he spun around the 72. Yeah, he got into the wall, but it wasn't enough that, to me, would be considered a hard impact. But he got a meatball from it, and I'm sure that puts us at least into the double digits here tonight, maybe even close to 20 at this point. And we're not even halfway through this race, and we've seen a couple big incidents here tonight, but the fact that we're probably close to 20 meatballs at this point is crazy. So, yeah, SDK, if you're out there listening, put that in the code for us. Let us get a little automatic meatball counter just for 191 here.
Maybe you can ask ChatGPT, Carl.
There you go.
Ask for a meatball counter for SDK iRacing overlay. Yeah, it's something, especially for these Gen cars, man, or these Gen 6 cars. It's like I said, I don't know what happened. We didn't have this problem last season as far as all the meatballs, and it's not like they're taking huge hits. Now, there was that one wreck that there was a lot of demolished cars, and I kind of understood the meatballs there, but you know, just a slap on the wall. I mean, everything's broken. Are these things really that fragile?
I mean, you have to say so. To this point in the season, I mean, we've seen, you know, a minimum 20, 25 meatballs a race. No matter where they go, the way it seems, it's kind of crazy. And it's not like they're, again, smacking the walls hard every single time. But either way, it's going to be...
There's a car caught on fire. Burn out the lines. Talk about real life incidents. Wow. No internet.
Well, that could be why there's no internet. That would certainly make sense, and maybe you won't get in here and pick up any spots. But at least it's not yours. And I mean, it's if iRacing was involved, it's certainly going to be a meatball for that car. But either way, we're back out here and racing. Billy Rickett now is back to the lead as he got the better pit stop. But Mike Casey is battling him down the backstretch and looking to take it back. And he's going to have it into turn number 3. They're side by side still for the lead. Casey trying to reclaim it, and he will have it for this lap. Travis Noble, Levi Poland, Nolan Potter for your top 5.
Yeah, just for Mustang out there, 72 looks like it's in pretty decent shape at the moment. Decent looking car out there for Buffalo Trace Distillery. It's got the 79 Fosters on the back from the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Well, at the very least, we are about 50 laps into this race, a little bit over that, and we still have our 17 drivers out there running. It looks like Zane Bierman, I thought he cleared his meatball, but it looks like maybe he got another one here for the 55. So he's going to have to come back into the pits. But you see the battle up front here. 5 cars breaking away. Hopefully that 99 of Potter got any kind of damage repair that he had. Hopefully he's got a better set of tires on this time, because that 99 was all kinds of wicked on that last run. Battling out for 3rd place as the 91 of Levi Poland to the inside of the 70 there of Travis Noble. Will still be side by side on the front stretch. Side by side now for the lead. Again, the 6 and 7 going after it.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to continue to race. They do it every single Sunday night, and they run as close as they can, and they like to run as hard as they can. 91 getting a little, I don't know if a little scared there, but a 99 making a move.
He was probably afraid. I mean, that's how we got the net code shot off of last time, so I understand.
Away. Let the 99 go clear the path for you, I guess. But yes, everybody running good here. It's a nice close group of people, even back to 6th place Matthew Scuffy, Jordan able to kind of keep tail on these drivers up in front of him. You see the 99 tagging them all a little bit. It's going to slow them up and make the 91 go down below him. Oh, what a run.
Owen gonna cover that pass off of the corner. 99 going to look to go back to the inside. He's going to fall back in line now. Battle for 2nd place. Travis Noble now going to get around the 6 of Mike Casey. Billy Rickett trying to get away from everybody, though. He's got a 4/10 of a second lead. Haven't really had a long enough run to see if anybody can break away from the field here tonight. Looks like Zane Bierman finally back out on the track, maybe coming back into the pits here, as the 55 certainly having some issues here tonight. And going to enter back into the pits, but we're going to have another caution here, as it looks like the 28 going to bring this one out. And this time, turn 2 claims a victim, and hard impact right there, back up the track. And that was a massive impact there for Jason Chrisman.
Wow.
And again, I'm not sure what he could have done. He had a car that was inside there, but that was a heavy, heavy impact there for the 98.
Yeah,
you take a look at that one more time from going on board here from the 98 and see kind of how that all transpired here.
Just I'll once we get on board here, I'll go ahead and I'll put it in normal speed so you can see how fast this happens. This is like, obviously we get to slow this thing down, but just watch how fast that the 98 has to react to this. Through the corner, off, can't see nothing. You're seeing what I'm seeing. Gets back in it. Car's down there. Looks like it's clear. And it bounced off the front there. So it's just that fast that happens. It looks like he had maybe a smidge of a little bit of time to maybe make a move. But as you can see right here, we'll do we'll chase him here. So you can see he has a car down on the he has a car down on his inside. Right there, the 12. So can't go down like he's... I
mean, realistically, if he stayed to the top side, he may have cleared, but because that 28 bounced so hard off the wall and shot him down the track, this is... We haven't mentioned it yet because we've seen a lot of the incidents happen towards the top side, but Dover is known as a self-cleaning track, and I think the outside wall certainly cleaned out the other 98 and that one as got involved in some heavy, heavy impact and a few more meatballs, but we got them cleared. So fast repairs still available, but to me, we're getting to that halfway point, and it's got to be fewer and fewer.
Yeah, it's almost like with the amount of times, I know they want to try to keep, don't want to give people unlimited fast repairs, Carl, but this one here is an accident. This was, obviously cars should be taken out, right? It wasn't like an incidental, like scrape the wall and meatball type thing, but those are hard. Those are the ones you expect to see meatballs. Those are the ones you expect to see cars that be destroyed, and that's the ones that that's why a league gives that fast repair, is to repair those mistakes, because not everybody's out here. Like there's some leagues that have some professionals in it, or people that have a lot of time on the service, but everybody's out here is a hobbyist for the most part, and fast repairs are nice when you get that meatball and it's not your fault, so you get that opportunity or chance to get back out there and race, so your evening's not done in the first 15-20 minutes of sitting in your rig after you've been waiting all day to do this thing, or maybe you practiced all week or whatever it may be, so you get that opportunity to at least finish the race. But with some of the slapping the wall meatballs, those things are just crazy. So I want to be surprised if they give an extra 1 or 2 here. But driver's doing a pretty decent job. They're about almost the halfway mark. Don't know how many fast repairs are remaining, but we're back under green again. It's Billy Rickett and Travis Noble up front.
Good restart from the field here as Levi Poland is now up there as well, battling with the top two. A good run on the outside from the 70, and here comes the 99 as well. The outside line gets a heck of a run off the corner, but Rickett staying down low here, trying to gain it back side by side out of turn number 4. Give the edge at the line to the 7. He's going to clear the 70 into turn number 1. But it seems like turn number 1 and 2 really gets a good run from that outside. But Rickett's going to be able to clear off the corner. Now the 91 and 70 will go to battle right in front of the 99, who looks like he's trying to get up into the mix here. But it looks like we're going to have another caution here as Chris Toppings is going to be involved in this one, and Bradley Worley. And Jimmy, I'm seeing 5 more meatballs on this one.
Oh, the 13 comes down into Bradley Worley.
And Scruffy getting out of Dodge as quick as possible. Down to the inside, he gets out of that one. But we had 5 meatballs here, so I'm wondering if the 88 drifted down the track or what the case was here. Because I'm seeing meatballs right now for Scott Matthews, which we seen the 13 be involved right there. We've seen Bradley Worley be involved, but the 72 is Scott Henderson, the 12 of Chris Toppings, and looks like the 64 of Paul Helms.
The 72?
Yeah, that's who I'm seeing as a one of the meatballs, one of the 5 meatballs here.
He ain't touched nothing.
You're asking me, Jimmy?
he didn't even touch nothing. I'm trying. They just take the start finish flag. I was trying to see.
What happened with the with Chris Toppings? I'm wondering if maybe something happened at that point, because I know Toppings ended up jumping into pit lane. So I think the 12 may have had some kind of issue right before the caution came out, and maybe that's where the 72 got some damage done.
I mean, this would be after the fact, though. He's still on the track. Let's see. Let's go. Oh.
Right there. Wait. This didn't bring out the caution initially, but this was definitely where those other cars got involved. And right there, got a shot from Crispin. I slowed up for the 72 and then get a shot from Crispin there. And that hit on the inside wall shot him straight up the track.
It still doesn't answer the 72. Why 72 got people?
Well, so I think the...
That looks like net code.
No, yeah, exactly. Because 72 is in front here. So I don't know. Maybe he was too close to the incident, so he got a meatball. It doesn't make any sense for some of these. It's really, really crazy.
I don't know.
But it brings us under another caution here, and right about at that halfway point as well. Billy Rickett is your leader. Travis Noble, Levi Poland, Nolan Potter, and Mike Casey for your top 5. Then you got Matthew Jordan, Scott Matthews, Douglas Ivey, Bradley Worley, and Dale Garner Jr. for your top 10. And Jimmy, I mean, these drivers haven't been in for 17 laps now. Are you kind of surprised that we didn't see kind of a mass exodus and coming back into pit road here once again?
I mean, track position's important. I mean, they're out there not, maybe just finally getting their tires are kind of where they want them to be. And obviously, they don't have unlimited set of tires here, 191. But I mean, they have a good amount, but they don't have unlimited. But yeah, there's some drivers out there. I'm still not quite seeing why the 72 has to. Well, that's the 13. Well, the 72 looks all right. It's the 13 or the 7 here. Scott Matthews is going to have to come in here.
Yeah, Scott Matthews still has a meatball, and it looks like Chris Toppings
his front right is bad. It is really bad. Everybody behind this, the 13/7, just be careful. His steering's jacked. Oh my goodness.
And here we go. We're back to racing here as Travis Noble going to try and take the lead on the outside here. Billy Rickett is a side-by-side coming off the corner. The 70 is going to have the position here. as we look back through the field, and looks like everybody
I
gets
don't even know
away,
how that
gonna
car's
get
turning,
through.
Carl. The front right tire is
turning.
like...
I haven't seen
It's
it yet.
DQ'd. DQ'd.
Oh, the 23 gets up into the wall, and yep, didn't come into service penalty, unfortunately. So the 13 is going to be DQ'd here from the race, and that's done straight through iRacing. I don't think that can even be, well, if the admin deems it's worthy, he can clear it right away, but looks like that's not going to be the case here for the 13, and then we get another caution. This one is going to give us 3 more meatballs here. Looks like Wade Enyer involved in this one. Bradley Worley. Man, this is meatball extravaganza here tonight once again. And once again, turn number 4. The 28 into the wall, slows him up a little bit, so the 21 Wade Enyer gets into the back of him. Hard impact for the 28 and the 21 on the inside.
Ouch.
And trying to see, I think Justin Spengler, Wade Enyer, and Bradley Worley was another one that had a meatball, but I don't see. It looks like he was involved right in the beginning there. Yeah, I mean, to get back on what you were saying, Jimmy, they do have 5 total sets of tires, so 4 sets of tires in the pits.
Okay,
Let's see what happened to the 88. Oh, yep. Just lost it out of turn 4. And realistically, I mean, that very well could have been what brought out the caution technically, but either way, they both happened at the same time, and turn 4 is claiming a lot of victims here tonight, and some fake outs here to pit road. But the 33 is going to be the first one that comes in, and really surprised because now it's been over 20 laps, so these drivers clearly are valuing track position over fresh tires out there, and I know they're been under caution for quite a bit, so maybe not utilizing those fresh tires too much. But while we have a second, let's go ahead and bring in Mike Casey. We'll kind of surprise him. We'll bring in the driver of the 6th here under caution, and got a couple questions for you, Mike, while we have a chance to talk to you. First of all, it was asked if you're driving with your pinky out right now.
Of course. How dare you even question me? Good stuff.
And the second is apparently there's a book deal on the line here tonight from we're hearing from Renee.
Oh God! So is my wife in the chat?
Oh yes.
Not at all. Not at all. Never. Not very vocal in the chat or anything.
Oh boy.
Well, listen, I mean, you guys, I know you've been under caution a lot, but when you guys were back to green, you and the 7, as well as the 70 and the 91, I mean, all you guys up here at the front have been having some pretty epic battles.
Yeah, I keyed up and told Billy, I was like, man, it's early, but this is fun. I don't know what we're doing, but we're having a good time. So, yeah, we're putting on a good show. I was trying to just get dialed in and just save some tires, but everybody wanted to party, so I was like, well, hell, it's Sunday. I guess I'll party. So I'm all about it. Let's do it.
Well, listen, it's a spaghetti party, and maybe you're protecting the spaghetti, but you're not having the meatballs here like a lot of your fellow drivers are having. It's definitely. I said to Jimmy, we need SDK to give us a meatball counter because it's been crazy this entire season, but especially here tonight. It's every caution we're seeing 4 or 5 meatballs a piece. So good luck out there
tonight. Yeah, yes, I appreciate that.
Yep, keep her clean, and we'll see if that book deal pays off here in the end for for a few lucky ladies out there.
If not, we'll blame it on the rain. So you'll get that later on in a couple of races.
As long as you don't blame it on us, that's fine.
Okay. See you guys.
Driver of the 6, Mike Casey, as we'll get him back up there in his room and get ready to go racing here once again. And we've got some new faces up here at the front. Nolan Potter has finally got that 99 up to the front of the field. Hopefully he can keep it straight because he's certainly been sideways quite a few times in that Klondike number 99. But he is going to lead him back to the green flag. Travis Noble, Billy Rickett, Levi Poland, Mike Casey for your top 5. As we're going to get the green flag here. Already over 70 laps into this race. Jimmy, let me go ahead and turn over for a little CRN. Love to hear it.
Love to hear it.
We know it's back.
Yep, we're back.
Okay. Well, sights and sounds here for the 191 Motorsports Gen 6 series here at the Dover Motor Speedway. And not sure if these drivers were gambling on any green flag runs here tonight, but we got a little one going on right now. Knock on wood. Hopefully we can maybe still see a round of pit stops under green. But if you're at the Bally's Casino on the backstretch, I don't know about betting on red or black, but certainly bet on meatballs, because once again we've had plenty of meatballs here tonight. I mean, they're giving them out like they're other comps at the casino, as plenty of drivers have partaken here tonight for one reason or another. But out front, we got Billy Rickett to the biggest lead that we've seen here tonight, and that's only 0.9 seconds. Only 9/10 of a second has been our biggest lead here of the night. We haven't seen anybody crack the 1 second mark just yet. But he leads now over Mike Casey, who just got around, Levi Poland, Travis Noble, Douglas Ivey for your top 5. I just seen Jason Chrisman picked up a meatball by himself. I don't see any caution out there on the track, so I'm guessing maybe smacked the wall. So another meatball going out there, this time to the 98. As you see, that front right is not looking exactly healthy out there for him, as he was running in 10th. But he's going to have to bring that cherry vanilla Coke into the pits. And man, yeah, it definitely looked like it. It's a new type of damage that I haven't seen there, Jimmy. It's just kind of like shredded the front of that hood a little bit. Oh, that's not going to help either.
That doesn't help.
Well, good news for Justin Spengler fans out there, as it looks like his meatball finally has gotten fixed. He's been in the pits for quite some time here. I'm guessing didn't have a fast repair left on that 28, but did get the meatball finally cleared. We'll see if we get to see him back out there on the track at all. Certainly down quite a few laps, but you know, never know how this thing plays out. We still got another about 35 laps left in this race. Billy Rickett lead was 0.9 seconds, but since Mike Casey got back in a second, he's reeling him in. It's now down to 0.6 of a second, with Levi Poland, Matthew Jordan, and Douglas Ivey for your top 5. Matthew Jordan, keep an eye on that 23. He had new tires put on lap number 73. About 25 lap newer tires than your top 3 right now. So I'm feeling that 23 may be working his way towards the front here pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely gonna earn some positions here. You know, with the amount of laps left, there's 30-some laps. I don't know if they need to pit or not, but if not, he should make up a few more spots. He is the biggest mover of the race. He is up 10 spots from where he started. But it's currently sitting in P number 4, just behind Levi Poland as he tracks down the Country Time Machine. Billy Rickett, Michael Casey up there trying to battle it out, but yeah, Matthew Jordan, the one to watch at the moment. Nolan Potter slides back to P number 5, up 8 spots. Douglas Ivey is in 6th. Travis Noble's in 7th. Scott Henderson is in 8th. And then in 9th is Dale Garner Jr. That is the only drivers that are on the lead lap. The rest of the drivers are 1 lap down or farther. Jason Chrisman, Bradley Worley, Scott Matthews, Wade Enyart, Zane Bierman, Paul Helms, Justin Spengler, Chris Toppings, and shout out to Greg and Daniel, as they are in attendance somewhere, whether they're in the booth doing race control or out in the audience.
Yeah, you figure Daniel could have hopped in and helped Greg around. I know he's got no internet, but an extra set of eyes out there that you can watch through Discord. But I guess we'll give him a full night off. He was the race admin for all last season. He was daddy last season, but no Big Daddy here in attendance tonight due to a car fire from the way it sounds. But there's been a lot of cars that are seemingly on fire here tonight with all the meatballs. But the car that's been on fire pace-wise, or at least 2 of them, are now back in 1st and 2nd here. It is the 7 of Billy Rickett, the 6 of Michael Casey. Again, as we mentioned, we've had 5 races so far in the season, 5 different winners. Billy Rickett has yet to claim his first victory. Michael Casey, Levi Poland, Matthew Scruffy Jordan all have a victory under their belt. And I believe Nolan Potter does as well. I'm going to have to double check and take a look at that. But yeah, so there we go. So 4 of the top 5 have already got a win here on the season. But the man that's leading, looking for his first win and to go 6 different winners through 6.
That just shows the diversity here at 191 Motorsports. You're just able to, anybody can win. Just depends on the track. Everybody has their specialties and where they like to run, and what type of track they're better at. But they're definitely finding their groove here as they're working their way down through the season. But Billy Rickett is out front right now over Michael Casey, Levi Poland, Matthew Scruffy Jordan, and Nolan Potter for your top 5. Biggest mover is Matthew Jordan.
You haven't seen him get up there with the top 3 just yet. I mean, he's right there behind Levi Poland, but I haven't seen him, start to mix it up just yet. So I'm not sure if he used his tires up, catching back up to the field. But you see the 99 there of Nolan Potter trying to get back around Matthew Jordan as we head towards lap number 100. So we're going to have 25 laps remaining here tonight. Billy Rickett still leads, but the lead now down to 0.2 seconds. You can throw a blanket over the top 5 right now. Only about less than a second and a half separating the top 5 as they've checked out from everybody. It's another 2.5 seconds back to Douglas Ivey in 6th place. And then Travis Noble, Dale Garner Jr., Scott Henderson, and Jason Crispin rounding out your top 10.
Yeah, Travis Noble making his way by Douglas Ivey. Douglas Ivey sliding back to 7th now. So, yeah, I mean, it's been quite an interesting race here. Thanks for the compliments there, Renee. We just try to make things interesting up here sometimes. But it's all on the drivers to do that for the majority of the race to keep everybody entertained. But Billy Rickett trying to run away, trying to get that win, trying to be in the win club here for the season, and doing a good job so far. Can Michael Casey and Levi Poland catch them? I guess we'll find out as we have 23 laps to go here at Dover, Delaware.
Yeah, and I mean, under green, the laps tick by pretty quickly, but the other thing that's ticking by is the fuel. And I'm wondering how far these drivers can go. Again, me and Jimmy didn't have a chance to check out what the fuel mileage is, and let's be honest, even if we did, we probably would have got it wrong. We'll see how this plays out here, but I mean, right now, your top 4 and 4 out of your top 5, last pit on lap 47. Matthew Jordan pitting on lap number 73, and I'm wondering why that's. Maybe he's kind of hanging back right now. He's dropped back to 5th place, so we'll see if maybe that's why. Maybe he realizes I can make it to the end. Let me just be smart about this and save a little bit of fuel if I have to. But can your top 4 make it on fuel? And even Travis Noble back there in 6th, last pit on lap number 47. That's a pretty good distance to make it all the way. I mean, you're looking at. Doing some quick math, 78 laps on a tank of fuel. I mean, I don't know what it is here tonight. We're about to find out, but
that's
hold
a 7
that
of Billy Rickett.
As Mike Casey just took the lead back. Not sure if that's where the incident came in, but the 7 of Billy Rickett is now going to taste his first meatball here tonight, as that was hard impact, and you see him struggling just to get that car around the track.
Oh, no.
Looks like the 7, maybe wondering which way the 72 is going to go. Unfortunately, picks the wrong line. Gets held up behind him, and a second bump right there is what sends the 72 and the 7 and the wall, but it's the impact to the outside wall that ends up really hurting the 7. You see the front left already damaged. Now the front right is damaged as well, and I'm guessing both of those tires probably aren't turning anymore. And hopefully Rickett can figure out a way to get it into pit road without having to tow, but that is a hurt piece for the 7, and another chance for the 7 to get a victory for the first time this season. It's not going to happen tonight. He ended up having to tow back to pit lane, so he's going to go down probably several laps here. But now this is a chance for all those drivers to come in and get that fuel. And you got to wonder, is Matthew Jordan happy about this caution or not? Because I feel like he may have had a chance there if he was able to make it and the others couldn't. So we'll see if we get a chance to maybe pull him in and talk to him here for a brief second while we're under caution. We'll wait till the pit cycles through here, but definitely a break, I think, for a lot of these drivers up front.
Yeah, I think they were under the gun here, and I'm sure if one of these drivers happens to get on the podium, we can ask them that question, whether they're, had the ability to go the rest of the way or not. I think Scruffy was actually in that ballpark of being able to make it pretty easily. The others were questionable at best, but obviously driver's in now, and this stop here could be pretty big, especially if somebody's got some tires. I don't see many cars going in. Well, I do see some tires going up on a few drivers. The 6, the 70, the 91, 20, or the 33, 99, 28, or 23 on their way out. Does look like Mike Casey's going to win that one. Then the 99, 91, and the 70 with a heck of a push forward there right in front of Matthew Jordan.
Speaking of Matthew Jordan, we're going to bring in the driver of the 23 right now, Matthew Jordan. Matthew, just want to kind of pick your brain a little bit under this caution. We've seen you last pit on lap number 73 with everybody else out there pitting on lap 47. Were you good to go on fuel, and were the drivers in front of you possibly not?
Yeah, I was good to go on fuel. Really, I grabbed some tires just to be able to try to make it up through the field, because I knew that everybody else was on old tires, so I wanted some track position kind of late in this race. So, and it worked out for me so far. Just gotta dodge the mayhem that's on the way.
But I'm guessing the caution coming out probably wasn't exactly to your liking, as everyone else in front of you would have had a pit, and maybe would have gifted your second win of the season.
Yeah, I didn't know how they were doing on fuel. I have no idea. I just knew that I was just gonna try to just dodge all the wrecks. I had no idea. I'm just kind of along for the ride at this point. I'm just concentrating on the next turn,
Well, just stay away from the meatballs. There's certainly meatballs in abundance out here tonight. We'll wish you luck. See you in the top 5. Hopefully you can keep it up there the rest of the race.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And a big shout out to Foster's family. We're all praying for you.
Is the driver of the 23, and certainly echo that here from the CRN booth as well, as we're going to get ready to go back to racing here. 15 laps left in this race. Looks like Scott Henderson has a black flag. He's still in the pits, but Mike Casey is your leader. Nolan Potter, Levi Poland, Travis Noble, Douglas Ivey for your top 5 as we head back to the restart zone one more time here at Dover. And we are racing again. 15 laps to go. Who's going to take this thing home? Who's going to last to the end? It certainly seems like the 6 is in prime position to go back-to-back here after winning last week at Kentucky, but he's got a lot of hungry drivers right there behind him looking for their second win as well. The 99 and Nolan Potter are going to slide into second, as Levi Poland right there in third. Travis Noble, Matthew Jordan for that top 5. Heading back to the line, that 99 again, a little bit of a bobble, a little bit loose. Poland going to send it to the inside.
Yeah, 91 sending it down to the inside, try to get by the 99 as the 70 try to take advantage of the 99 being slowed up as well. Guthrie maybe sitting back just a little bit, hoping that some of the drivers from him will make a mistake, because there's they're pretty up there for it. He said he was just trying to hang on to it here to get himself a good run, but right now the person on a good run, a good start, obviously Mike Casey trying to check out to keep those other drivers away from him, but the drivers back in second through fifth or fourth are really battling it out pretty heavily. And then obviously back here there's some battling going on between the 33 and the 98 back for 7th place as Douglas Ivey goes down to the inside of the 98, but we do have another
looks
caution.
like Nolan Potter, the 99, I think finally met his match, and looks like Levi Poland is going to get the worst of it here, as he's going to get a meatball right there, getting into the side and then getting up into the wall. So the 91 is going to walk away with a meatball here. Looks like the 99 is going to survive and not have a meatball. Going to lose several positions here, maybe have some damage to the back end of that 99, but another meatball is dealed out here at Dover, and see all the other cars streaking on by, but the 99 is going to kind of survive this one, in my opinion. Going to come out there in 7th, and I'm sure he'll come in and get fresh tires and get that damage repaired if he can and wants to, really. But Mike Casey is your leader out front. You see the damage to the front end of the 91 that is required to be repaired.
So little. I've seen worse on some other cars out there. Oh my goodness.
I mean, we've seen cars already this season, Jimmy, driving without a hood. We've seen modifieds out there not be meatballs, but I mean, I don't know. I know we sound like a broken record talking about this every week, but it is amazing how many are, just given out every week by iRacing here. It's been kind of crazy, but we'll see how this thing plays out here as we've got 10 laps to go here. Not ready to take the green flag just yet. We got a couple more laps, and then we'll get another green flag, another restart. We'll see who's got the hot shoe and who can finally get this thing done at the top of the boards. We only got, I believe, 8 drivers left on the lead lap for the time being, as long as Levi Poland has a fast repair, and sure enough, he does. Pops that thing out there, and he'll get it back out there. He's got fresh tires, and your guess out there in Sierra Nation is as good as mine. Who's going to get this thing done? But meanwhile, I want to thank our sponsors here for the series, Kim's Cups and More, and One Vision EMS and Transports. Obviously, shout out to the family of Foster Yates and everyone that supported him on iRacing when he was out there racing with 191. And thoughts and prayers as usual. I want to thank everyone out there in Sierra Nation for tuning in tonight. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like and subscribe. Get you in touch with everything that Sierra has to offer, as we are hitting Veterans Week here, but we're only going to be missing one series. Tomorrow night, there's going to be an off week for the Hold Your Brakes Academy, but the rest of the series are in full race mode.
Jimmy's taking Tuesday off. Just saying.
Yeah. You can have most of the day off on Tuesday, and then come broadcast with me Tuesday night.
Like, I don't even have work. All right.
But Tuesday night's going to be the continuation and the last race of the playoff round for the Core Xfinity Series. We'll see who's going to make the championship race for that one. And on Wednesday night, we have the doubleheader with CSRL and the season starter for the Pit Road Speed Limit Race. We've seen a fun one last week with the Clash at the Coliseum, and tons and tons of wrecks, but damage was off, so it was certainly a lot easier for them. But they'll have the season opener at Daytona on Wednesday night. And Thursday, we have the doubleheader with VVR and the Core GT Series. But we got to finish this one out first. We got to get another winner here in the books. We'll see if it's Mike Casey getting his second win of the season. Maybe it's Travis Noble. Matthew Jordan would certainly love to get his second win of the season after winning the season opener. He's now up into third. Dale Garner Jr. looking for his first, as is Douglas Ivey. They're your top 5 right now as we head back to the Geico restart zone one more time. And we'll see if this is the last one we get, but the way this has been here tonight, Jimmy, I don't know. I don't think we've seen the last one yet, and we are back to racing here at Dover. Big restart at the front here for Mike Casey. He's going to get out to the lead. Matthew Jordan side by side with Travis Noble, but he's going to back out of it here as Noble is going to be the one left to chase down the 6.
Yeah, and we've seen Poland come in, obviously with a few cars on the lead lap, able to not be too far behind. He's currently sitting in fifth position. Has the opportunity to make up a few spots here to kind of work his way back up to the front. Now rolls into number 4. So Matthew Scruffy Jordan on the next on his list to kind of get down. Probably has new tire. Maybe he has new tires. Definitely, looking to get a good finish here as he was trying to battle for the lead here early on. But Michael Casey is trying to check out over Travis Noble here as they have only 6 laps to go here at this 125 lap race at Dover. But doing a good job so far. Just kind of hold it consistent, try to stay out of trouble, try not to get involved in any incidents. Maybe tucking that pinky finger in just a little bit to make sure he holds the steering wheel the whole way.
Well, listen, if you're wondering if it's go time here at Dover, 6 of the drivers that are still out there racing ran their fastest lap of the race at last lap, and now this past time by, we got even faster laps. And the first time we've seen somebody in the 21-second range, that's a 91 of Levi Poland, of 21.99 last time by. Now he battles to the inside here of Matthew Jordan, looking to try and take a podium spot away. And oh, by the way, the leaders are not that far up the road. Can the 91 go from being wrecked, getting a meatball with about 10 laps to go, to getting back to the front. He's certainly got the country time at 91 hooked up here, but the time is ticking away. 3 laps to go here at Dover before we call this one. It's going to have to be a Herculean effort here from the 91 because Mike Casey is still leading out front. Travis Noble can't put any kind of dent into the deficit as we head into 3 and 4. This time by it, we got 2 laps to go. Just 2 more miles from Mike Casey, the 91 now to the back bumper of the 70 to the inside in 1 and 2. He's up to second. Can he reel in the 6 of Mike Casey? He's got 0.3 of a second, almost 4 to try and get it done, but he's only got about 1.25 miles to get it done. White flag in the air. 1 more time around the Monster Mile. We are going to finish this thing under green, but who's going to get the win? To the inside goes the 91 of Levi Poland, side by side out of the corner. Slight edge to the 6 as he gets the run from the outside, but diving down into the inside in 3 and 4 is the 91. Drag race out of the corner. They're still going to be side by side and give it to the 91. As they wreck across the line. Why not? We have seen just about everybody else wreck. I think now officially everybody's been involved in a wreck, but how about the comeback from the 91? And that was pretty vicious right there from the 98, but what a drive. Certainly going to be a fun discussion with Levi Poland after this one, but got to feel for Mike Casey. Got to feel like one got stolen from him on the last lap, last turn. What a finish.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the 91 had to come down and get that fast repair, and then while you're in there, might as well take them tires. Just enough time to utilize them and send it down in there. Never really got into, he didn't get into Mike Casey. He was just able to kind of get underneath them and hold him to an inadequate line there where Casey could really use all the racetrack to get his best laps possible, and had to give it up. Tried to block him there a little bit towards the end, but unsuccessful there as they cross the line, and the number 91 will get the victory here tonight over Mike Casey, and then the 70 of Travis Noble will be in second place. So definitely a great finish here to tonight's race. Here is the points for tonight. Not points, excuse me. Standings. Levi Poland in first, with Michael Casey in second, Travis Noble in third. Matthew Jordan will finish in fourth, and Dale Garner Jr. in fifth. Douglas Ivey finishes in sixth place tonight, with Jason Chrisman in seventh. Nolan Potter in eighth, Bradley Worley in ninth. Billy Rickett will finish out in 10th. Wade Enyart, Scott Matthews, Zane Bierman, Scott Henderson, Paul Helms, Justice Spengler, and obviously a shout out to Chris Toppings out there, and Craig, and Pinkston. Where's he at? He's back. He's on the 19th car, isn't he?
Yeah, yep. He's back there somewhere.
Can't even finish above the steward up there.
Yeah, doing a shout out to Zane Bierman as well. He was going to be our in-race reporter here tonight. Didn't get a chance to get him in here, so we'll have him at some point there the rest of the season. We still have plenty of openings here in the schedule, so we'll get him in here for that. But we're going to top 3 in here in a moment. Want to thank everyone out there for tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like and subscribe. Get you in touch with everything that Sierra has to offer. Want to shout out our sponsors as well, One Vision EMS and Transports, and Kim's Cups and More, as they are your one-stop shop for all your apparel needs. Whether it's a custom 20-ounce tumbler to fill with your favorite post-race beverage, a 40-ounce glitter tumbler for your morning coffee after you're up all night celebrating that win, or custom clothing apparel with your favorite team, sponsor, or maybe your favorite broadcasters. Jimmy?
Wink, wink, wink.
A custom license plate for your everyday ride, even mouse pads to help you rearrange that pesky new UI. You can choose from already created products or have them custom made to your liking, whatever your pleasure. Kim's Cups and More has it all. Check them out on Facebook today. That's Kim's Cups with a K and More. Top 3 here tonight. It was survival for sure, but third place is going to go to the 70 of Travis Noble. Travis, you started up here and you had a chance at the end to get the win here tonight, but that 6 was maybe a little bit too tough, and then all of a sudden the 91 shows his face and just drives right on by you right at the end. But I mean, either way, before we even get to that part of it, I mean, what was it like out here tonight? Certainly the meatballs flying as usual.
I just tried to stay out of it, and tried to do my best.
Well, you started in third and finished in third. You clearly had some speed on that 70, but it was an up and down night for you as well, even in the inside the top five. But there was so many guys up here that had speed, so many guys that had a chance at the lead here tonight. What could you have done anything differently? Is it just kind of got to be at the right spot at the right time?
I should have went in for tires like Levi did that last run, and I don't know, just that's what I should have done.
Well, I would think after a race like this, you're probably happy to survive and even more happy that you finish up here in the top three as well. So congrats on the podium here tonight. Before we let you go and celebrate, who do you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
I'll give a shout out to Expired Motorsports, to my sponsors, Kentucky Music Mafia, Roy Cottle Music, Southern Outlaw Band. They're pretty good band. So if you ain't heard of them, go check them out. Just shout out to them.
Buddy, well, congrats again on finishing up here in the podium. Let's go celebrate. We'll see you next week at Atlanta.
Thank you.
That's your third place finisher here tonight, the 70 of Levi Poland. Second place here tonight, maybe a disappointed second place, is going to be the 6 of Mike Casey.
Mike, it's Jimmy and Carl in the booth. You copy?
I got you.
Well, we stole you away, got you in here, talked about your pinky. Did you have it wrapped for those final wraps?
Oh my God. Levi came out of nowhere. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I didn't know he took tires. I stayed out. I was like, we're good. I got this. My pinky was out. I was sipping my macchiato with my left hand. I was like, man, it's going to feel good. Go back to back. And then he just came out of nowhere. I mean, I was like, holy crap. I didn't know he took tires. I mean, it happened last year when we came here. I didn't take tires at the end and lost the lead, but that's okay. I mean, it was a wild race. I'm not going to hang my hat up on a P2 at Dover. I led some laps. I know it was fast. I mean, if me and Levi could have been on even ground, who knows? But congrats to him, because not taking anything away from him, he took tires and drove his way through the field. So, I mean, hell of a drive by him.
Yeah, just a few extra laps. Obviously, getting caught up in an incident just prior to had to come in because he didn't have a choice. He had to come in because he had a meatball flag. The elusive Italian stallions were out there tonight flying those flags, and he come in. He had a fast repair in the bag and was able to drive up past you and get it. But obviously, you talked about being fast here tonight, and you ran up front all night long for the most part, just having a great race between yourself, Billy Rickett, Levi, Travis Noble up there. Scruffy obviously got his nose in there a bunch too. So just congratulations, man. You guys put on a heck of a show. It was back and forth. Obviously, you alluded the Italian stallions, but just kind of go out there and have a good race as best you could. So we want to say congratulations, man, from us and the fans, and give you a little bit of time for any shouts you may have in that number 6.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was kind of my game plan coming in. I tried to have a good qualifying lap, and I think I out-qualified Billy by not much at all, but game plan was to kind of try to stay up front and just ride it out. But it was pretty aggressive. Even up front, everybody was pretty much up on the wheel and trying to get after it. So it was a fun race. I hate that we had so many cautions, and I mean, we had a great car count tonight. So it means a lot, especially tonight with us dedicating all this stuff for Foster and his family, for us to have a great car count tonight. I wish I could have got it done, but I will take a P2, and obviously want to dedicate this one to Foster and his family. Appreciate you all watching. We're going to miss him. Like I said, last week at Kentucky, I was happy to get the win last week, and this one's definitely for Foster and the family. And like I said, the number 79, we're upset about everything, but we're going to continue honoring him for the rest of the season and for the future 191. But yeah, shout out to you all in the booth at Core Racing Network. Make sure you guys hit those thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you all can catch all the racing. These guys do a great job. Shout out to Kim's Cups and More on Facebook. Go get you some 191 gear. We got hoodies. We got all kinds of custom gear you can get. Go check them out on Facebook. And then One Vision EMS Transport with Richard Hartman. He wasn't able to join us tonight, so missed him on the track, but hopefully he'll be back. Obviously, shout out to everybody on YouTube watching tonight, the Foster family included, and everybody. We appreciate it. We'll was hoping I was going to get the number 6 up in victory lane, but coming off a first last week and then a P2 tonight, I mean, that's good points. So we'll take it.
Yeah, congratulations on your finish here tonight. And definitely will keep you in the that points hunt for the finish of the season. But again, congratulations, Mike. When we'll let you go celebrate with your friends and family.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
That's your second place finisher here tonight, the 6 of Mike Casey. Top spot here tonight is going to go to the 91 of Levi Poland. Levi, you played it exactly how you wanted it. Just kind of run up front for the entire race, and then with 10 laps to go, get into a wreck and get a meatball. It was perfect, exactly how you planned it. Come in there, get those tires, and you run right through the field. I'm guessing that was the game plan, right?
Oh, yeah, of course, all the way.
I mean, if it wasn't, it worked. It damn well worked for sure. But, I mean, talk to us about really just the end of the race. I mean, we've seen everything that went on and all the calamity that went on throughout the race, but you kept yourself up there and out of trouble for the majority of it. And even though you got involved in that late wreck, there was a little amount of people left on the lead lap that allowed you to come in, get that fast repair, get those new tires. But what were you thinking at that point? I mean, 10 laps to go when the caution comes out there, and you had a lot of cars that you had to pass to get this win.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think I was going to get up there and get the win, that's for sure. I figured Mike was just going to just run away with it. I was just content with just trying to get a top 5, possibly top 3. But when everybody was running the high line and left the low line wide open with the tires, it's like, oh, I got to go for this. You saving no tires, go for gold or go for nothing.
Yeah, I think that the biggest pass or the biggest help that was for you was, I believe it was the 99, got into the wall on the front stretch and just slowed him up a little bit and allowed you to get into third pretty quickly. I feel like that might have been a tough battle for you, but it seemed like getting up through there, you got up to second pretty quickly, but you still had about a half a second to get up to Mike Casey and only 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I was just, like I said, I was giving it all I could. I don't know if Mike quite knew I was coming that fast because I think I kind of caught him off guard, but
he did. He had no
the way
idea.
it goes.
He was already shipping that winner's champagne, the whatever beverage he chooses here tonight with that pinky out. But it was not to be, and it looked like you maybe had an edge going into 1 and 2, but then all of a sudden the outside line just gets such a good run here, and he was able to pull almost completely back in front of you heading into 3. But like you said, I'm guessing you just kind of send it into 3, hope that it's stuck, and those new tires definitely helped you out.
Yeah, I really like 3 and 4 the best on the bottom. The 1 and 2 up high was really, really nice, but 3 and 4 on the bottom was really good. So I had a lot of confidence, especially with the new tires going into it. I was just still shocked I even got them. Honestly, I don't think I should have caught them. Just mind boggled by it.
Well, you did, and you get yourself your second win now on the season. The first win since back in the beginning of October there at Echo Park at Atlanta. So it's got to feel good to finally get through, get that second win, and maybe, hopefully, start chipping into that points lead here a little bit.
Oh, yes, definitely. I got to get a little bit more consistent. I've been having some bad luck, it seems like, at the end of the races, but it's part of mostly of my own doing. So I got to get out of that habit and just start getting more consistent. And this win will definitely, hopefully, project me in the right way with the confidence and momentum.
Well, it's certainly going to help heading back to New Atlanta next week. And I know you won at Old Atlanta in the second race of the season, but New Atlanta coming up next week. What are your thoughts on that one? It's kind of a bit of a super speedway with the new pavement.
Yeah, that's kind of a toss-up. It's literally like Daytona and Talladega now, so I don't have any confidence going there. I'm not a big super speedway fan, so I'll be happy with like a top 10 out of that.
Well, I mean, maybe you just got to wreck with 10 laps to go and go from there. It worked out this time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'll throw that out there. But I mean, either way, you certainly made it fun for us at the end. And congrats on the win here tonight. Before we let you go, who do you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Yeah, I'd like to give it, this is for Foster and his family. I mean, I didn't get to meet him, but I've heard wonderful things and wish I would have met him. I'd like to say thank you to Core Racing Network for putting on the broadcast, 191 Motorsports for running the league and allowing this to happen. Shout out to my fiance, my kids, and everybody else for racing clean and having a blast.
Yeah, it was certainly a blast for us at the end there. So congrats again on the win, your second win of the season. We'll see if you can go back-to-back next week at Atlanta.
All right. Thank you.
That is your winner here tonight, the 91 of Levi Poland, getting it done in the Yates 125. Again, shout out, thoughts, prayers, condolences to the Yates family and everyone affected by his passing. He's certainly going to be missed, not just this season, but all seasons to come. And it's a shame, it's tragic, and it's good that we can get out here and let these drivers that race with him and let family and friends that used to watch him here on YouTube to kind of do it in remembrance of him. And we're really proud and feel special that we're a part of that moment as well, to help kind of bridge the gap and help everyone with that. But that is going to do it for us here tonight. Again, we got still a full slate of racing action this week. No race tomorrow night, so we'll let you have one night off. Jimmy, you can pretend tomorrow is Tuesday and go ahead and have the night off. You're welcome. But for tonight, that is going to do it for myself and Jimmy here at the Dover Motor Speedway. We'll see you at the track.
Peace.